Surgeon General Vivek Murthy has spent the past 4 years fighting America's opioid epidemic. This past Saturday, due to changes in administration, he's had to step down. And although Dr. Vivek Murthy no longer carries the position, we can still fight the opioid epidemic here in the U.S. Now, for those of you who may not know, an opioid is a pain reliever drug. But this isn't just your regular Advil. Doctors will use opioids as a last resort method to fighting pain. Now, an opioid doesn't work like Advil in the sense that it doesn't just pass through your nervous system, reducing pain. It clings to your nervous system, kind of just making you stop feel entirely. World-renowned physician Sanjay Gupta says that every 13 seconds, someone in the world dies of opioid overdose. Now, what does this mean? This means that over 80% of the world's overdoses are because of opioid addiction. And if that isn't food for thought, then think about it like this. People aren't dying from illegal street drugs. People are dying from the pharmaceutical drugs that doctors are giving them. Now, opioids aren't really addictive. Opioids just give you withdrawal symptoms. Because your body produces its own natural opioids in shock situations, dying situations, your body will think that because of this constant flow of opioids going into it, it no longer needs to produce its own. This leads to withdrawal symptoms like the chills, constant pain, and even increased pain. And because it attaches so well to your nervous system, it can permanently slow down your heart rate and breathing, starting a slow and painful death that you probably won't even realize. Now, Surgeon Vivek Murthy would constantly give talks across the U.S. about the opioid epidemic. But he wouldn't just start off by saying how he was fighting the opioid epidemic. He would do what I just did. He needed to give some background, because most people don't really know what an opioid is. Now, behind the scenes, Surgeon General Murthy was giving a lot of information to the public. But it wasn't so much the public that needed the information as much as the doctors. Doctors don't want to lose patients, and they don't want to see their patients in pain. So when these patients would come back asking for better pain relievers, the doctors had to resort to opioids. And the problem with this is not all patients are completely honest. We have some patients that just want to go to sleep a bit quicker, or that think that this chronic pain is a level 10 pain as explained by the doctors, when really it's not. Doctors are professionals in their field, but even they can't tell when a person is kind of in pain or in excruciating, non-sleepable pain. In 2012, over 250 prescriptions were given out for opioids. This is enough for every adult and child to have their own 250 bottle pill of opioids in their household, which is shocking, really. Now, the fight against opioids is real. And I'm sure many of us have probably never had an opioid unless you've broken your collar or your spine or are just in constant pain. But many of you may have heard of the opioids, codeine, Percocet, from a rap video or two. But the rappers had to have been in excruciating pain for years to come before having to resort to an opioid. Now, Surgeon General Vivek Murthy doesn't think that opioids are anything to laugh about, and neither should we.